Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I thought it was better to practice finding out the number of particles in some more elements. So let's say for example, you have calcium over here. Now pause the video, solve both the questions and then resume to check whether you solved right or wrong. Okay, so we have calcium over here. So calcium has 20. What's 20? That's the proton number or the atomic number. We have 40. That's the atomic mass. Okay, so the number of protons we need to figure out, the number of neutrons we need to figure out, and the number of electrons we need to figure out. So how do we figure out the number of protons? Well, that's simple. The atomic number is the number of protons. So calcium has exactly 20 protons. Okay, your atomic mass is how much? Your atomic mass is 40. So if your atomic mass is 40, which is made up of the number of protons and neutrons, where the number of protons is 20. So if we subtract 20 from 40, your number of neutrons is also going to be 20. Now, it's not absolutely necessary that your nucleus is going to have the same number of protons and neutrons. In fact, as you move to elements with a larger and larger nucleus, you'll see that it has more number of neutrons than your number of protons. So it's not going to be exactly the same. In the smaller numbers, you are going to find, yes, they are exactly the same, like oxygen 8 and 8, carbon 6 and 6, nitrogen 7 and 7. But for higher particles, like let's say for example, you have potassium in the previous example, 19 and 20. 19 protons, 20 neutrons, and then so on and so forth. So you've got neutrons. We have 20 neutrons. How many electrons? Again, considering a neutral atom, your positive charges and negative charges have to be equal. So equal number of protons and electrons. So how many electrons do we have? We have electrons, that's 20 as well. Now in ions, we can have a different number of electrons to the number of protons. But again, that's for another video to discuss. Let's take another example. Let's take phosphorus. So in phosphorus, again, number of protons we need to figure out, number of neutrons we need to figure out, and the number of electrons we need to figure out. The number of protons is how much? You have 15 over here, which is the atomic number. The smaller is always the atomic number. Now if it's written up or below, doesn't really matter. If it's written on the left or the right, does not matter. Only two quantum numbers: atomic mass, atomic number. The smaller one is always the atomic or the proton number. So we have the proton number, that's 15 for phosphorus. So you have exactly 15 protons. The number of the atomic mass is how much? The atomic mass is 31. Now atomic mass is protons plus neutrons, where you have exactly 15 protons. So your number of neutrons is going to be 31 minus 15. That's 16. Okay, so your number of neutrons is 16 and your number of electrons is how much? Again, assuming both of them are neutral, you have exactly 15 protons, hence 15 electrons as well. Okay, so I hope that all of this made sense to everyone. Again, if you have any questions, you can post in the comments below. Take care. Bars out.